welcome to Bookstream for Tweens with the Fulton County Library System. My name is Miss Liane, and I'm a librarian at the Milton Library, and today we're going to talk about More to the Story. Alright, so More to the Story is a great middle grade novel. It's by Hena Khan, and she has written a bunch of books, both novels for kids and picture books. She's great, so check her out for sure. And we'll talk a little bit about her tomorrow, actually. But more to the story. So this centers on a girl, Jamila, and her family. She has 3 sisters, and her mother and father live together in the Atlanta area, which is kind of cool. So Jamila meets a new kid at school. He's British. Everybody thinks he's kind of cool or whatever, but he doesn't say a lot. He doesn't open up a lot. But Jamila's going through some stuff because her grandfather died, and he was this great journalist, and she wants to be a journalist also. And at one point in the book, she is given a story that she has to write about the new kid, who has some really interesting thoughts to share with Jamila about microaggressions and things like that his community, Muslim Americans and Muslims overseas, because he's British, are facing day to day. So Jamila is really interested in this. She wants to write the story about that and how the community can all just do a little bit better to not engage with these microaggressions. So that's what she really wants to write about. So she will go on her journey with the school newspaper to try to write her story. So again, this is More to the Story by Hena Khan, and I'm going to read the first chapter. Chapter 1. This is the worst eat ever. Eliza flops onto the sofa and grabs the TV remote. You'll wrinkle your outfit, Bisma warns. I don't care, Eliza says, then quickly adjusts her camise beneath her. It doesn't feel like Eid. Baba's not here. We were supposed to leave for the party like an hour ago, and now we're stuck at home because people are coming over. Your whining doesn't make it any better, I snap. She's right that it's been a pretty disappointing day so far. Baba had to fly out for an interview in Maryland this morning before the rest of us went to the mosque for prayers. It's our first Eid without him, and everyone's on edge. But it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe things will turn around. Come on, guys, it's Eid, Bisma pleads. Can't you be nice to each other today? She should be nice. Jam's always mean to me. Eliza shakes her finger at me and her eyes fill up. So much for things turning around. There's no way to sugarcoat it. My youngest sister is spoiled rotten. Eliza's only 10, but that doesn't stop her from bossing around Bisma, who's a year older than her. And it doesn't matter to her that I'm 13 and in middle school. Eliza doesn't respect me like she should. Jamila, Mom calls to me from the kitchen. Can you go down and get the nice napkins from the garage? Okay. I'd rather face the lizards in the garage than listen to Eliza whine for 1 second longer. Ever since Bisma saw a baby gecko scamper along the walls and freaked out like it had escaped from Jurassic Park, I'm the only one of us girls who dares to go in there alone. The air inside the garage is suffocating, which isn't surprising since it feels like 500 degrees outside. This year, Eid fell in August, the hottest month of the summer. Today also happens to be the kind of record-breaking scorcher of a day that earns Atlanta the nickname Hot-Lanta. The jumbo pack of napkins is on a crowded shelf next to a box marked Jamila's Stuff, Private, where I've stored my old journals and a collection of last year's middle school newspapers. I was the only 6th grader who was an assistant editor and had an article in every issue of the paper, so I saved 2 copies of each. I resist the urge to carry the box inside so I can reread them, savoring each word like I want to. Out of the corner of my eye, I spot a lizard, frozen in place near the garage door opener. I decide it's going to be the subject of a future article in the Mirza Memos. the family newspaper I've been writing since I was 9 years old. Maybe I'll research whether geckos have ever harmed humans or how to get over the fear of creatures that resemble tiny alligators. If that includes hypnosis, I hope my sisters will let me try it out on them. I make sure my box isn't at risk of getting crushed by the endless stream of things that flow out of our townhouse into the garage. Then I grab a stack of napkins and head upstairs to the kitchen. Mama is arranging mini samosas on a platter, while Miriam cuts the raspberry bars she made into neat squares. Can you put those on the table with this fruit? Mama's brow furrows as she eyes the simple cotton shalwar kameez I threw on for Eid prayers earlier. Are you going to change into your new clothes? This morning, I hit my snooze button over and over, which left no time to iron the bright green outfit with sparkly gold threadwork I'd left crumbled on my floor after trying it on last week. All I needed was a big star on my head, and I would have looked exactly like a walking Christmas tree decorated with tinsel. But since Mama's cousin in Pakistan had sent me the outfit, and because I knew it must have been expensive, I pretended to like it. Please say you will, Miriam adds. My older sister is elegant in her silvery gray outfit with black embroidery. Her makeup, perfected after hours of watching tutorials on YouTube, is flawless. She's wearing a high bun with wisps of loosened hair that frame her cheekbones. As she bets her dark lashes at me, I squint at her, trying to see if they're fake. She looks older than 15 and is glamorous. It's too hot for silk. Who's coming over anyway? I tug a curl to escape my ponytail behind my ear. Try not to think about how my rolled out of bed look compares to Miriam's. Why do we need to impress them with fancy napkins? Uncle Saeed, he's bringing his nephew. I'm just trying to make it special for Eid, Mama says. I perk up when I hear Uncle Saeed. He's Baba's best friend and our dentist. He's always armed with corny jokes and free toothbrushes. When the doorbell rings, my mother gives me a gentle shove. Go change your clothes and fix your hair, please, she urges. There's a big stain on your kameez. It's fine, I say as I bound down the stairs for the door. Uncle Saeed won't care. I'll change before the party. I throw the door open. Eid Mubarak, Uncle Saeed declares. He's holding a light blue box in his outstretched arms, and beads of sweat have already formed in his forehead. Something sugary for the sweetest of days. Uncle often speaks as if he's quoting a Hallmark card. Eid Mubarak, I take the box and scan the label. Yes! It's from Sugar Kisses Bakery. Mama thinks it's overpriced and she refuses to take us there. But when I tried their salted caramel cupcake at Kayla's birthday party, it was literally one of the best desserts I've ever tasted. Thank you, come on in. Oof, it's too hot today. Eid Mubarak. Farah Auntie manages a weak smile, but her nose wrinkles slightly when she scans my hair and outfit. Are you feeling okay? She whispers before hugging me 3 times, enveloping me in the overpowering scent of her perfume. Such simple clothes for Eid? I'm great. I brush off Auntie's questions, since she's always one to gently point out how I dress too plainly for parties or weddings or Eid. If I were wearing my tinsel tree getup, I'm sure I'd hear, oh, mashallah, today you look nice, no matter how uncomfortable or sweaty I felt. I've learned to let her and the other aunties comment about me, and then gush over Miriam. She puts enough effort into getting dressed up for both of us. Uncle clears his throat. Jamila, this is my nephew Ali from London. A tall boy with curly hair steps out from behind his uncle. I don't know anything about Pakistani fashion, but his crisp blue shalwar kameez with silver buttons isn't like the plain beige and tan-colored ones Baba and Uncle wear. That, along with the way he's shielding his eyes from the bright light, makes it seem like he could be posing for the cover of Mom's glossy South Asian lifestyle magazine, Libas. I almost want to laugh. Assalamu alaikum, he says to me, extending his hand like a grown-up, although he can't be much older than me. Pleasure to meet you. Ali's accent is definitely British, and his voice is deeper than I expected it to be. Wa alaikum assalam, I stammer as his dark eyes pierce mine. Suddenly I have another vision of how disheveled I must appear, and my cheeks heat up from more than just the hot sun. I offer a limp handshake. try to cover up the stain on my shirt by folding it over, and gesture towards the stairs. Come on in. It's a lot cooler inside. Everyone's upstairs, I mumble. I have to, I'll be right back. I just have to change and get ready. So that was the first chapter of More to the Story. Definitely check this book out. What are you doing? We would love to see some fan art. So if you've got any fan art, like from the cover of this book, if that inspires you, or if you've got maybe a mock-up of the Mirza memos, the family newsletter, you can make that. That would be cute. But anything that you send, anything book-related fan art, you can send to the email address down below, and we will share it with you all here on our next Fan Art Friday video. So thank you guys so much for joining us for Bookstream for Tweens. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're not already. We'll be back tomorrow with a discussion about Hena Khan, the author of this book. See you then.